You are now politicking with Poe on PoPoltickin.com.
I don't know how y'all see it, but when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children. You know what I mean?
PoPolitickin.com.
Peace, world. This is Bobbie. I'm on PoPoltickin. We doing it extra big. Keep listening. Keep supporting real hip hop. Peace.
I want to ask you a question. Does anyone doubt the integrity, the authenticity of Bobbie?
I'm a rich, righteous teacher. Bitch, I'm a believer. Hard work, get pays off. No days off, no Easters. No Christmases either. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving. If what I'm doing ain't living, kill me now cause I ain't giving. An instant niggas is a cinch for niggas that sideline you, that hate on you at the same time. So when it's game time, I'm locked in like that red dot. I'll Hindu niggas, when that lead pop, I'll Kindle niggas. You'll get dropped like I'm Mary J. Give a fuck if I offend you niggas. You know not what I've been through, nigga. When you get old, them doors close, them calls stop, them hoes go, that dough slow. So I diversify, know I got the glow, and I show enough, ain't dimming my light. Touch mine and we finna the fight. I've been in the wrong, but I live in the right. And that Tesla S got me spending the night. And I'm a rich, righteous teacher. Bitch, I'm a believer. Hard work, get pays off. No days off, no Easters, no Christmases either. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving. If what I'm doing ain't living, kill me now, kill me now.
You always wanted to be rich, nigga. You think rich about paper. Your spirit poor, you can't escape. Life is a bitch, why rape her? It's the sin of debate.
You don't get it.
You wanna get there,
But you don't listen.
you can be yourself.
I live a lie.
You don't know everything, just admit it. And real niggas know the difference between getting the plate and going fishing, between laziness and ambition, between getting money and getting missing. Think fast, better move smart, gotta have hard life and leave scars. I voted, where's your voice, nigga?
Use your words.
And I'm a rich, righteous teacher. Bitch, I'm a believer. Hard work, get pays off. No days off, no Easters, no Christmases either. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving. If what I'm doing ain't living, kill me now, just kill me now.
It's in a movie. It's a blueprint. It ain't a movie. It's a motherfucking blueprint. Rich righteous teachers.
I'm rich, bitch. Flow more sicker than trapping in my palate, I'm syphilis. Anybody wanna try me like the dope a nigga swallow, come with the shit. Get dollars, keep knowledge, I'm a guy, listen little nigga, sit with this. Rap prodigy, and I'll be wreaking havoc, one deep but infamous. Minding my business, bitch, listen, which one of y'all sent for this? You gon' get these lessons, while your whiz undressing. I'm a savage, she a crescent. She can feel me in her essence. She belongs to a God. She know I ain't poor no more. Matter of fact, I've been a black resource, African export. One God, three brides, all queens, no whores. Cream of the planet, even though we look poor. Thou art rich, but I know your tribulation. You should read the Revelation. I can change the situation when you make the correlation. Coop table like hey, like a motherfucking Haitian on a slave plantation. I'm a Shay and divination. Get the money in the land, nigga, buy your liberation. 30 years later, now you're seeing what I'm saying. I'm a king. Been rich with the knowledge before woke conscious was a thing. Cash never ruled everything around me, bitch, I'm the cream. And I rise to the top. You can see me in a pot. When you cooking up the rock, I'm dope. Your favorite MC, cocaine with the soap. I invade a nigga lane like fucking on go. Contain my flow, impossible. Remain 25 years ahead of your goat. No curry, I'll eat him. Don't worry, I'll teach him. See if we can make sure team black folk eatin'. This is really what it mean to be rich. But these niggas on some European shit. Bottle poppers in the European whips. On an island with his European bitch. Oh, she black with a European whip.
And I'm a rich, righteous teacher. Bitch, I'm a believer. Hard work, get pays off. No days off, no Easters, no Christmases either. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving. If what I'm doing ain't living, kill me now, just kill me now. And I'm a rich, righteous teacher. Bitch, I'm a believer. Hard work, get pays off. No days off, no Easters, no Christmases either. No Halloween, no Thanksgiving. If what I'm doing ain't living, kill me now, kill me now.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, Google Play, we're on Apple Music, type in PoPoltickin. Listen to some of our interviews for the past 11 years. 1-2-1-2, I'm in place to be with Bobbie. How you doing, bro?
I'm great, man. I'm fantastic. How are you, brother?
I'm fantastic, too. So why you go by Bobbie?
Man, because I'm 40. I just turned 48, so I figured I might as well start at some point using my regular name. It's a lot more simpler.
Yeah, but you can't be Lil Bobbie no more, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
Lil Bobbie Johnson, huh?
Exactly.
So I was reading you're from New Jersey?
Yes, sir. Born and raised.
All right, so just let us know about your background in music. What year you started? How you got started.
Jeez, I started like professionally writing for other artists when I was 14, 15 years old. There was a local guy in my neighborhood named YZ who was just starting out, and I was kind of helping him out with his first album. So that's kind of how I started. I was probably around, I think I was 15 when I wrote his first single, which was called "In Control of Things," and that was like a big underground record in New York in the late '80s. And from there, I just kind of was like his hype man for a few years until I started really developing my own thing and started my own crews and doing my own thing in music.
So I see y'all still together after 30 years. Cause I saw you had a song where he was on it, right?
Absolutely. I reached back to him, and there's another cat from our neighborhood from Trenton, New Jersey, named Wise Intelligence, who was in this crew called Poor Righteous Teachers, and they'd never done any songs together. And actually, they had beef at one time. So to put those two cats on the record, knowing that they're good friends now, was something I really wanted to do.
And is YZ before AZ or AZ before YZ?
YZ was definitely before AZ. AZ came around the time that Nas kind of started popping, so that was like in the early 90s. YZ started out like in the mid 80s, like 86, 87, he started popping.
All right. And then I guess, because I was reading your background, I noticed you had a lot of, your influence was like a lot of golden era MCs.
For sure. Just because I came up in that time period. But then before me, I was also a big Busy Bee fan, a big Curtis Blow fan, a humongous Run DMC fan, humongous Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 fan. So all of those legends before the whole golden era, I looked up to Kumo D, and those cats were dope, super dope. And they also, like, Curtis Blow is my first like superhero rapper. You know what I mean? So yeah, but the guys from the golden era like the Nas's and the Jay-Z's and the Biggies and all of those cats are my peers. So I definitely love that time period the most.
Who would you say your 5 top favorite rappers are?
All time or just for my era?
You go all time.
All time, I would say Rakim number 1, Nas number 2. Wise Intelligence definitely on my list. I don't know where, but he's up on there. I got 2 more. Kendrick would be up on there, and probably Jay would be up on there.
All right, so you threw some new school on there. So what you like about Kendrick?
Man, he just so reminds me of our era, but he's so advanced with it too. You know what I mean? Like the guys from my era were so on trying to be ahead of their time, and he reminds me of that. You know what I mean? He wasn't like even though we were in the 90s, we were always thinking like 2000. You know what I mean? Like he thinks like 2050. You know what I mean? So I like that. I like cats that can be in the present, but also like push you ahead, like with style and with lyrical content. The way that they spit the whole mind. You know what I mean?
So can you give me an example of like you were saying like you was in the 90s, but y'all was like thinking ahead? Can you give me an example of what y'all was doing?
I mean, the name of my second group was called Blaque Spurm. I was signed to Rick Rubin. The fact that we were calling ourselves Blaque Spurm in 1992, 93, that was crazy in itself. You know what I mean? But just trying to think style wise, like flow wise, like whatever everybody's on right now. Let's try to do something different. Like the guys now the thing that I respect the most about a lot of the dudes now that are really spitting, like they're trying to carry that legacy on of not trying to get so stuck in whatever's going on right now, what's popular right now. They're trying to push the bar. You know what I mean? With their flows and their rhyme patterns and the subject matter. You know what I mean?
And then I want you to talk about your style as an artist.
It's crazy because I always try to do a different style on a verse. Like I'm one of those. I don't think I'm a purist because I don't think I'm one of those cats that follows like hip hop that deeply. But I know what I know. But I always try to do a different flow on a beat, and I always try to bring something different to the table every time I do write a song because I'm a writer first. I started writing before I started rapping, so I always try to do something different on a track. I don't want to ever have like the same repetitive flow or the same repetitive subject matter. So I guess if I had to describe my flow, it would just be unorthodox for the most part.
And then what is hip hop to you?
Man, it was everything when I was coming up. You know what I mean?
And you get
like
older, right?
Yeah, and now that I'm older, and now it's just something that I just enjoy doing. So it's like it's more of a passion piece for me now. When I was in my 20s, my main goal was to become like the biggest rapper. Like that was my goal when I was shopping deals. But now it's more like just make good music and have fun. You know what I mean?
And then I want you to talk about your current projects, because I was looking. You had one called "Rich Righteous Teacher."
Yes, sir. That's the album. I didn't want to just put out a bunch of singles and just start dropping singles just because I'm not doing it for any other reason but just to try to put out music that I love. So I've been recording the album over the past year and some change while I was putting together my business. I own an organic fresh press juice company in Houston called Juice Easy. So while I was doing that on my downtime, I was recording songs. And then by the time I looked up and the business kind of had taken off, I looked up and I had a whole album completed. So that's those songs. And I wanted to do an album that had features with cats that I like working with. So I did, made sure like every song I had a feature on it except for like one joint. I think I'm on one joint by myself, but I wanted to have a collaborative kind of project with a bunch of artists that I really liked and messed with. And it came out, it came out the way it came out. But I'm really proud of the project. I think it's just really dope, and I think it's really well put together, even though I didn't sit down and orchestrate it like that. It just kind of all came together.
And I know that, like you was talking about earlier, you have the group Poor Righteous Teachers. So did you name it Rich Righteous Teachers, like that homage or something?
Absolutely, because they were definitely one of my favorite groups from Jersey, besides Naughty by Nature and Queen Latifah. Poor Righteous Teachers and YZ, they set the bar really high. So but I knew growing up, I always like studied like the 5%. Even though I was raised Muslim, I studied the 5%. So I always was in tune with what they were talking about. So when I started working on this album, and I thought of that name, it was actually a concept that I put on a T-shirt to kind of start that I just thought of one day. And then when I was wearing a T-shirt one day, I said, you know what, this is actually what the album is about. It's about really coming from nothing and turning it into something. And that's why on the cover, that's actually my apartment complex that I grew up as a kid when I was, 6 of us in one bedroom. So I wanted to kind of pay homage also as well to me coming from nothing and turning into something. You know what I mean?
And then what did you like about the Poor Righteous Teachers? Like, we might have younger people that don't really know about them as a group.
If you don't know about PRT and Wise Intelligence, really, really do some homework, because style-wise, a lot of the styles that the cats are doing now, Wise was doing when he was 16, 17, 18 years old, like in the 80s. He's just an incredible lyricist. He's got so many different flows, from doing reggae flows to doing, he's a spitter, man. He's probably one of the fastest spitters as well, but he's phenomenal, man. Him and YZ set a really high standard for Jersey MCs in the late 80s and the early 90s. And they're definitely two cats that you should definitely try to figure out and master, knowing who they are. Trying to be a lyricist.
And I was asking you about because I know also Styles P has a juice shop. So I asked you about that more, because it seemed like that's cool. Like, it seemed like a lot of black people are getting into that too. So I just wanted to talk about that shop more.
Man, it's like being I've always been kind of health conscious. When I was in my 20s, I found out I had high blood pressure, hypertension. So, but I didn't start doing. I didn't take it serious. I was young. I was in shape. I didn't take it serious, and I didn't start doing anything about it until I was in my 30s. I was married for a short period of time, and I had a family, so I was like, I got to do something about it. But it just kind of progressively turned into me wanting to eat healthier, live healthier, and then that me wanting to incorporate that into my work live space. So I was at a job for about 13 years, and I had this great idea. My girlfriend was telling me she wanted to do some kind of juice detox for her clients. She's a personal trainer, and it just kind of took off, and then we just kept running with it. So Juice Easy, we have 3 locations. We have 2 locations in Houston. We're working on our 3rd and 3rd ward. We got our own production facility. We manufacture and produce our own juice every single day. It's fresh, organic, fresh pressed, and it's been a crazy experience, because we're actually giving people an outlet to get fruits and vegetables who might not necessarily, eat fruits and vegetables. But I think it's super important for people to kind of start learning about it now and not waiting until they get in their 30s and 40s, like most people do.
And then that thing, you got 3 shops. So are a lot of black? You getting a lot of black customers or like
Absolutely, probably 80% of our clientele is African American or people of color. So it's
cool.
Really, it's really dope. We're in the Houston Galleria, which is like one of the biggest malls in Texas, let alone in Houston. And most people that come through the Galleria are African American. So, but most of them don't eat fruits and vegetables because I thought it was a trip as well. So, we've been doing a really good service because last year we sold over 30,000 bottles. So, just to know that we're making those kind of numbers and making that kind of influence in our city is huge.
And what kind of products do you sell? Like what kind of juices?
So we have 8 legacy bottles, which are our fruit and vegetable blended bottles, and those also are bottles that we use for our detoxes. And then we have a lemonade brand that we just launched. That's 5 different flavors, but they're all natural, all organic. Stuff like strawberry turmeric, and we have pomegranate grape. We got really dope combinations, and then we have like a bunch of different. We have like 4 different shots. They're like tonic shots. So they're good for like your gut. They're good for your blood. They're good for just really good like detoxing your body. So we kind of health and wellness is like our priority, and we're really trying to like make a stand in Houston.
So is it like similar to like Jamba Juice?
Nah, Jamba Juice is a little more on the smoothie side.
Yeah,
but they do some juices. We're strictly a juice company. We strictly focus on getting you the fruits and vegetables directly into your bloodstream without the fiber and the digestion, all the breaking down all the plants in the fruit. You know what I mean? So we focus strictly on being a juice company, and we focus on strictly being a grab and go company. So you won't come into any of our stores and see us actually making the juice right there. We make it every single morning, bottle it up, and then you can come in, just grab and go about your day. You know what I mean?
And then I was gonna ask you as far as like if somebody wanted, like y'all have like online shop, are y'all shipping yet?
Absolutely. We our website is juiceeasyonline.com. We just started launching our shipping model about 2 or 3 months ago, and it's starting to pick up. We're getting orders in the Pacific Northwest in Portland, Seattle. We're getting just got some orders in North Carolina the other day, all over the country. So definitely check us out because we can definitely ship now, and you'll love the product. I promise you.
Yeah, I heard you had a discount for all the listeners today.
Yeah. We'll do a we'll do a discount. We'll do a PO discount.
All right.
We'll do PO 15 off.
All
and anybody that uses that code PO 15 off, you'll get 15% off your order. And I had that set up for you today.
I'm gonna make sure I use it.
Yes, sir.
If nobody else uses it, you gonna see one order in there.
I appreciate it, bro.
That's what's up. All right, and then what would you say to? I kind of want to ask you this for 2 types of people. I want to ask you what advice you give to new artists. Then I want to ask you what advice you give to new entrepreneurs, people that want to own businesses.
The best thing I can say to new artists is because you're going to go through the same things that we went through as far as the aging process. So the best thing I can say is that if you keep doing your craft and keep doing your craft well, you'll get better and better and better and better. I'm 48 years old, and I love emceeing. It's a part of my life. It's going to always be a part of my life. I'm going to be 50 years old, still writing rhymes. And if you really love the art, you're going to be the same way. So just keep working on your craft, keep respecting your craft and being good at your craft, because that's what's going to take you, that's going to ultimately get you to the finish line. And as far as being an entrepreneur, just study, learn. And then when you figure out and get a plan together, just jump into it. Don't doubt yourself and don't procrastinate. Just jump into it.
Then what are some books they can study?
Wow. One of my favorite books out right now is this book by a buddy of mine. His name is Dan Charnes. It's called, what is that book called? Something Clean. I'll shoot it to you. But it's basically talking about the process of it goes from the mind of a chef and how a chef thinks. They got their life could be completely disorganized outside of that kitchen, but when they get in that kitchen, they have a plan for everything, and it's called mise en place. And mise en place is French. It just basically means everything has a place. And once you put your life into order, and once you realize that everything has a place, and you start planning your life like that, you start seeing that things fall into place a lot easier, and things go a lot more smoothly, and you can get things done a lot more efficiently. So I try to apply that into my life and everything that I do.
Yeah, and then for the other thing you was talking about, as far as like you'll get older making music. Yeah. I was thinking like earlier, like especially like in the 90s, early 2000s, it was kind of like, you know, you didn't supposed to be like, you're supposed to stop rapping at a certain age. But it seems like now it's becoming more accepted because like you say, you got more rappers that's not stopping and they still sound good. Like Jay-Z still sounds good.
Exactly. Yeah. Slowly but surely it seems like it's coming around. I think the turning point is going to be over the next 5 years when a lot of the guys that are really, really, really big now start talking the same way that we were talking, 10 yeyears ago. And because I think that line needs to be blemished, and I think we need to stop making each other feel like, as long as you're dope, you're dope. You should still be doing music because that's what the greats before us in any genre have done. So hip hop shouldn't be any different just because we're hip hop. We should respect our OGs and respect the guys that are still doing it. As long as it's still dope, let them keep making music.
Yeah,
and having fun.
I was gonna say. So then I was gonna ask you about this because I kind of feel how you said respect the OGs. I feel at the same time they need to respect the YGs because it's like the new kids are making music and it's not gonna sound like the music we like, but it's still they're offspring to somebody. Like a lot of these kids, they offspring from Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy came from somebody.
Exactly. No, I think you're absolutely correct. I think it goes both ways, but there's always a starting point. When I was growing up, I had to listen to the people that my mom and my dad listened to because that's what they played in the crib. You know what I mean? So it made me want to know who Marvin Gaye was and who Otis Redding was and who the Commodores were and Lionel Richie. You know what I mean? It made me want to learn and be more versed about these artists that weren't doing the music that my era was into. But I learned to love those artists because my parents loved those artists. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by when you respect the ones that came before you, it gives you even a better, like it made me love Run DMC more. It made me like knowing those artists and knowing where those samples came from. It made me love the artists that I loved at the time that I was in even more because now I knew where the samples came from and where the rhyme patterns came from and the certain hooks came from. You know what I mean? So I think once the young and the old get that whole age thing out of the way and we just see each other as dope artists, sky's the limit.
All right. And what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, thanks for taking the journey with me and keep on because I'm not stopping. I'm launching 2 more. I'm opening up 2 more stores here in Houston. I'm gonna keep putting out dope music. I got other artists I'm working with, so hey, just keep following me and keep looking out for new music and new projects and new businesses because we're not stopping.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through PoPoltickin with me.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Paul.
Yeah, you want to tell me your social media and everything?
Bobbie, Bobbie, Ben, BEEN, live, LIVE, on everything. And then my website is www.juiceeasyonline.com. And my clothing store is The Stand, STAND, Houston.com.
Oh, you got a clothing store too?
Yeah, I got like a little online clothing joint that I do, like T-shirts with all kind of cool quotes on it, and I sell all my old catalog and stuff like that.
Yeah, I gotta check that out because I'm doing that too. You said The Stand?
Sure. Yep, thestandhouston.com.
PoPolitickin.com.
I'm 900, 420s and 210s. Stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Yeah. I'm 900, 420s and 210s. Stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Bobbie.
I've been saying the same shit since 86. I never claim fame off of doing some lame shit. Stay in my damn lane and on my own dick. So if I ever fuck up, then I'ma own it. Feels like I'm my only opponent. Shadow boxing, trying to knock myself out cold is the only option. Staying the fuck up out of a coffin is hella hard. So I stay up in the closet so I feel closer to God. Any city I arrive, I'm on it hard. Love the music, but ain't moving unless money's involved. I guess that's just the way that I've evolved. Something special in my garage, camera on a tripod. PYT giving me a massage. It's the prequel, depending on how fast I bust. If there's a sequel, when it comes to a lot of niggas, there's no equal. Unless it's one of my brothers or one of my peoples. Bobbie.
Been live, been fly, been living my best life, been that guy. I've been arrived, I've been survived. All the bullshit came out on the other side. Even when my brother died, still held my head high, still kept both hands in the sky. Leave them there, real niggas like me are rare, but these other niggas you can find them everywhere. Yeah. 420 420s and 210s. Stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Boy, that's a G. Boy, I'm 900, 420s and 210s. Stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Tell a few friends. That's a G. Right, Shine, what up?
Yeah. Fuck around with the fuck around. Suck it in, you a sucker now. Life's full of ups and downs, but it's more ups. And my niggas who stuck around got the Forbes touch. Storefronts to e-com, eons beyond street signs that we from. Reporting what we've grind to become hosts to Rolls Royces and gold oysters. Fortune favors a man who makes bold choices. I'm saying we move mountains like who's counting. Slipping in some new trousers after dipping in my youth fountain. Know the routing numbers by heart, not cash only. FICO score 800 and a half, homie. Can't debit from your street credit. A deposit what's in your closet, them economics is weak, get it? I feel like I'm rhyming them Greek. Them niggas is too common to follow out when he speaks. I've been live.
Been fly, been living my best life, been that guy. I've been arrived, I've been survived. All the bullshit came out on the other side. Even when my brother died, still held my head high, still kept both hands in the sky. Legal there, real niggas like me are rare, but these other niggas you can find them everywhere. Yeah, been live, been fly, been living my best life, been that guy. I've been arrived, I've been survived. All the bullshit came out on the other side. Even when my brother died, still held my head high, still kept both hands in the sky. Legal there, real niggas like me are rare, but these other niggas you can find them everywhere. Yeah, 420s and 210s, stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Tell a few friends. That's a G. I'm 900, 420s and 210s, stack me a few M's, run and tell a few friends. That's a G. Tell a few friends. That's a G.
The PoPoltickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.